About this story that's pretty much got everybody talking. It's the Wikileaks dump, the latest one, of course. You've got a colleague, Pete King, he's a Republican from Long Island, who says he wants the Wikileaks founder to be prosecuted for violating the Espionage Act, and he also wants Hillary Clinton, the Secretary of State, to declare Wikileaks a foreign terrorist organization. What do you think about that?
Well, I think he should be prosecuted, and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. He is certainly a criminal. He is someone who has released top secret, highly confidential information that will hurt our national security and hurt men and women on the ground and put their lives at risk. So he should be prosecuted and thrown in jail for a very long time.
But an act of terrorism? I mean, that seems
it may well be an act of terrorism. It may well be an act of terrorism. It may well be an act of espionage, or it may just be a violation of the act that prohibits the release of confidential top secret information. So he's undoubtedly a criminal. There's definitely a debate about whether this can be a terrorist organization or rises to the level of a terrorist organization, and that's a fair academic debate. But I think what we all agree on is this guy should be in jail. He's doing bad things that hurt our men and women on the ground and hurt our national security in a very, very significant and real way.
Do you think, though, you know, Hillary Clinton's come under a lot of fire. I know that the White House is protecting her and standing up behind her, but, you know, some people have suggested that she should resign. And, of course, you worked for her. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No, Secretary Clinton actually is doing a fantastic job. She has taken the time to call all of our allies, all the countries that were implicated by these leaks in advance, to talk them through, to make sure that there is no loss in trust and no damage to these relationships. She's handled this situation in a perfect way. She's been out front. She's been very tough on this issue, and she knows exactly what she's doing. And I think anyone who calls for that hasn't really looked at the facts.
Well, but she was also in charge, no, when some of these controversial methods were employed to get information by acts of espionage, arguably.
Right, but there are acts of espionage every single day in every single administration. But what we do need to do going forward is make our laws tougher. And one of the areas where I've focused a lot of time and attention is on cyber crime. I think cyber criminals are really creating an enormous risk to U.S. security. And so I have a bill that I've been working on with Orrin Hatch, in fact, to begin to create international protocols so we can work with our allies, work with other countries to say we have to crack down on these cyber criminals because there is such a small distance between a cyber criminal and a cyber terrorist. And in fact, that is the distance we don't want to be shortened anymore. We don't want the tools of these cyber criminals that can steal data, manipulate data, corrupt data to get into the hands of these traditional terrorist groups like Al-Qaeda or Hezbollah or Hamas that are really determined to destroy American interests. And so I think we need a lot more work done on these cyber terrorism issues, cyber crime issues, and creating international protocols. And that's something I've been working on with Secretary Clinton and the State Department and the administration. And so I'm hoping in this new Congress we can move that legislation forward so we can prevent these kinds of criminals from doing the crimes that they're doing by having better tools for law enforcement.